Hello, welcome back to my channel, Naga, the voice out. Aji to moi ekta aru Naga history. Poila laga ekta kobole moi ahi ase. Aji moi kobola aha to hola to. 1955 te Naga monoki Naga du paise. Itu laga moi olop kobole moi ahi ase. Sob to record te na thakibo. Holebi record te thaka khan moi kobole ahi ase. Itu laga salte Naga mono bishi du pa laga. Especially maki khan. Bishi du pa laga. Magan itu paise. Poila laga maki khan sa tapte ekdom mom dangor ase mogan etu eta pra dikhi paise tekan naga manu freedom nimte takan sacrifice kori dia mogan etu paise bacha hobi dangor hobi maki khan sot maki khan bi takan naga manu nimte eta sacrifice kori dia laga mogan paise khali army na hoigine maki choto maki holebi dangor maki holebi buri ama khan holebi sob naga nimte sacrifice kori dia mogan itu laga story para paise itu kam puri gina hatam de mogan itu ekdom mom bikha aru mogan itu babi gine ekdom boi kha laga situation itu kan bi mogan face hoy ase itu kam puri gina hatam de mogan gusban ho laga itu kan bi paise kinaga takan itu kan overcome kuro parise itu kan babi gine ekdom mom bikha laga phabi bola na para laga itu bishi pai gina ase moi itia 1955 te naga manu kange kina torture kurise aru maki kange kina duk dise kina rape kurise itu kan laga moi olop kobo aru yete nam bi bishi ase moi nam khan bi koi dibo aru bi pronunciation takana nam to kina thik koi moi itu kobola na jane aru bi komba manu itu nam koa itu bia paise hole moke maaf dibi hoina moi itu janai ase maaf mani ase hole bi nam khan bi moi sob ko dibo kile mane itu la book te nam khan bi sob dikina ase itu ra moi nam khan bi sob ko dibo itia stream de dekhai dibo awni khan sabi Atrocities in the Naga Hills 1955 February 13 1955 an Indian battalion commanded by police officer B surrounded the village of Chantamnia Yemjen 110 miles from Kohima. The villagers were assembled and them beaten up elaborately. Women and girls were stripped. Some were flogged, but others were tied to walls and poles while Indian soldiers raped them, squeezed their breasts, and beat their mouths and faces into forcible kisses. Of those who were raped, the following collapsed unconscious: Yerutubla, Zulugala, Satenjila, Kolemla, Merit, Lonrilemla, Kamajunla, and Marmunla, unmarried girls. In addition, a 1-year-old baby, whose mother was Lanusenla, was beaten to death, and an old woman of 80, Saponemla, suffered the same fate after torture. Ide dignase. February 13, 1955 te Indian Army kan ahigine itu Chantomnia Yejem laga bosti itu surround kori dise itu kan cover kori dise hinaka hoine bosti manokan ke sob itu lugine ita jaga te rakhise aru tanga ke mari gine jaise aru make kan ke itu alap kori dise kumba manokan ke to mari dise aru kumba manokan ke to poste bandi gine takan Indian Army kan takan laga dub khan hat para chwa aru takan ke rape kori dise aru takan maki kan ke force kori kine kiss kora magan itu kan bi paise aru tak itu maki kan rape kora kan laga nam to hole to itu kan ase aru takan to unconscious takan la sex sense na taka hoja itu bi paise takan la nam to hole to apuni kan sabi moi age te koi dise aru itu ekta bacha 1 year laga bacha laga ama itu lanu semla itu ke morai dise aru itu ekta buri maki 80 years laga ta ke bi mari gine ta laga lifetime itu bimar bukhi na thaka laga itu bi paise aru 14 February 1955 Langkhund village raided by another battalion commanded by the police officer F after mass beatings. Number 1 Mrs. Nan Simon last baby was taken from her arms and flung on the ground, after which she was brutally beaten. Second, number two, Mrs. Rettleman last daughter was thrown on the ground and her arm crippled by beating. Number three, Mrs. Intimnum last head was hammered with rifle butts. Number four, Mrs. Kikasanla, Mrs. Namsisila, Mrs. Temsilila, and a 13 years old girl, Namsashila, were beaten and then kicked all over their bodies with permanent physical damage. Aru 14 August 1955 te eta bosti longkhum hoigine itula bosti te arobi digdar dise. Aru itu police kan ahigine army kan ahine itula bosti sot mari dise. Aru itu Mrs. Namshimon laglaga bacha by force para tala hat para duri logine mati de girai dise. Aru itu maki ke aru bishi mari dise. Aru second itu ron to megla laga maki bacha itu gibi by force para thuri gine mati de philai dise. Yaru inaga hoine tai laga arm tai laga hat itu biya kori dise mokan itu paise. Aru itu pichite itu intimnum laga matha rifle laga boots para mari digine tai unconscious hua hammer hua laga mokan itu dikhi paise. Aru itu pichite ki kasan la aru Mrs. itu Namsishila, Mrs. Temsilila, and a 13 years old Namshila itu kanke mari gine football khili nishina takala body khan so itu ten para mari gine takala lifetime takala body parts khan biya kori dia mokan itu paise. On February 28, 1955, the Indian authorities sent a force to Chantia. A woman called Bedansenla was about to give birth. She was beaten with rifle butts and kicked in the stomach with ammunition boots, and her child was born dead. On February 28, 1955, the Indian authorities kanto itu takhanaga chupahi itu Chantia te pathai dise. Hinaka hoine eitta maki ke bendan senla hoigine tai bacha dibola thaka maki eitta ase tai ke mari gine rifle laga boots para aru then laga then kit kurigine tai laga itu stomach takla pet khan itu ammunition boots ekdom bal laga boots tambra mari dise itu bara tai laga bacha itu bi muri gine jonnon hwa mokan itu bi paise. Aru 13 March 1955 te police kan arubi mokochun itu attack korise aru itu kan laga khor kan sob itu biya kori dise aru tate Mrs. Panjilila 25 years itu maki do bacha dibola thaka aru tai ke by force para itu takange chibai ke modok kore bole dise aru itu tamte itu maki do tate bara bacha dia itu mokan dikhi paise. Naga hodo tamde takan chibai kan do tage han saidia mocked or insulted her inagase. March 10, 1955, at Chalenshaw village, two girls were shot dead in the fields for running away when Indian soldiers tried to attack them. They were Pomnyo 18 and Ponmay 20. Aru March 10, 1955 te Chalenshaw village te duta baki arubi morai dise. Ila mane itu duta maki do hole do India army kanto tai junge attack koribole thuri bola thakatam te tar junto pola jabra itu morai dise mokan itu paise. Aru March 14, 1955, four other girls between the ages of 14 and 8 were shot at Chankao for refusing to submit to Indian soldiers. Aru 14 March 1955 te charta maki aged 14 aru 18 majode thaka itu Chankao laga bosti itu morai dise. Kila mane itu maki kanto India army kan laga biya kam kuri dibole tamte takan refuse kure de nimte biya kam kuri bole tamte tajunto tai kanto submit na kore nimte itu morai dise na paise. April 4, 1955, an Indian battalion surrounded the Momenton rice fields and took away 134 women after assaulting them. They were marched to Longkon 5 miles and next day to Mokochun, 11 miles, where they were finally released. No food was provided for 3 days, although 20 of the women were mothers with children. Aru itu April 4, 1955 te Indian Army Battalion kando arwi itu momentum laga bosti itu sarong kurishe. Origine itu maki 134 maki to marigine aru lo jaise. Aru tangage itu longkhom bosti lo jaise. Itu 5 miles takigine take laga bosti dur ekta ase tate lo jaise. Aru itu pichete itu Mokochun 11 miles tate lo jaise. Tate release kuri dishe. Aru takan itu 3 days 3 din ja to takan ge ku khila nai. Aru itu khan majote bacha logina thaka ama itu bi thakise. Magan itu paise. Aru man metom was raided 37 times in the course of a year. It was finally burned down on April 25 in 1956 by a force of 600 men. Momentum itu laga bosti ekta exalte 37 times itu raid kurise leader dishe. Inaga hoine last day takala bosti April 25 1956 de July dishe. Indian Army 600 manu ahigine na koise. On January 25 1955 the truth official raped a woman there. Aru 1955 January 25 te officer kanto itu maki kan bi rape kurise. Aru March 7 on March 7 the whole village was beaten up. 2 girls Inkomlem last 17 and Shejem last 19 were raped. Aru March 7 te bosti kan sot mari dishe. Aru tuta maki Inkomlem la aru Shejem la itu dujun ke aru bi rape kurise. On May 14 187 women were again arrested and marched to the Mokochun prison again without food for 3 days. Ruby May 14 te maki 187 itu logine itu Mokochun prison te lo jaise takange ku nakhi lagine. They were beaten and 15-year-old girl Tamen Danla was raped. Takange mari gine jaise. Arbe ita maki 15 years old maki ita Tamen Danla hoine itu maki ke aru rape kurise. Mrs. Inko Jinla, Mrs. Tano Jinla, and the girl Mampunaro, aged 67, 55, and 50, respectively, were tied to the post of the Indian National Flag and left there for 2 days and nights, prevented from sleeping out and swearing the call of nature. Tinta makito, tai tinta makike logine, eta post para bandit digine, tai tinjunge. Mori bola na digine torture kuri dia mogan itu bi paise goma bola na digine thaga mogan itu bi paise. Aru April 12 1955 te Kari village was attacked. After the usual beating, the women were stripped naked and the soldiers squeezed their breasts and kissed them forcibly. 4 girls were raped. They were Chibansenla, age 15, Romenla, 14, Sentila, 19, and Takatula 17. Aru April 12, 1955 tebe Kari village to attack korise. Iti bichite makikan ke mari gine. Aru takan laga itu kapra kan sob olai dise. Olai digine takan laga dub khan kushi chwa. Aru takan ke itu force kurine itu kiss kuri dia mogan itu bi paise. Aru maki charta rape kuri dise mogan itu bi paise. Aru itu laga sen mamte itu Mrs. Riho 28 of Tokor and Mrs. Kilo 25 of Kesor were raped by the whole of the Assam Rifles detachment stationed in their village. Aru itu laga moinate itu Mrs. Riho aru itu Sotokor village aru Mrs. Kilo itu Kesor village itu tamagi itu bi aru Assam Rifle takan laga manu kan sotbi itu tamagi ge rape kurise mogan itu bi paise. Aru Khensa village 1955 to 56. This village was repeatedly attacked by Indian Army unit on May 25, 1955. After mass beatings, Mr. Mayamrimla and her child were thrown down the cliff. Women were undressed and whipped, and in a raid on September 1, 1955, the Indian soldiers were not only fondled and squeezed them, but put their hands into the women's private parts and ridiculed them in a revolting way. Arkansas village 1955 or 56 মাজতে ইটিবি repeatedly Indian Army kan ahine attack কৰিছে আৰু May 25, 1955 তে ইটো বস্তি সত মাৰি দিছে আৰু মিছেছ মায়ান ৰিমলা আৰু তাৰ লগা বাচ্চা লগিনে ইটো ৰাংখানতে ফেলাই দিছে মকান ইটো বি পাইছে আৰু মাকি কাংগে ইটো সত মানুহকে আনড্ৰেছ কৰি দিয়া নেগেট কৰি দিয়া ইটো ইনাগা হইনা মাৰি দিয়া মকান ইটো বি পাইছে আৰু ইণ্ডিয়ান আৰ্মি খানতো আহি কিনে ইটো তাখান লগা দুব খান ছয় কিনে থাকা ইটো বি পাইছে আৰু খালি ইটো নহৈ কিনে তাইখান লগা হাত ইটো খান লৈ কিনে মাকি খান লগা প্ৰাইভেট পাৰ্টছ ইটো খান দেবি ছয় কিনে তাখানগে ইটো বই খিলা আৰু তাখানগে ইটো মদ কৰে ইটো বি পাইছে আৰু April 22, 1956, police official raid Kansas with 400 troops and executed 5 of the church leaders in public. They were Mrs. Aretenla, 80, Panjerjiba, 85, Income Kamze, 31, and Non Sentlak, 45, and Inajomshi, 26. The village was then burned down. Or April 22, 1956, the police kan to Kansas village aro raid korigine 400 troops itu kan anigine itu charta apansta church leaders kan to morai dise tak laga nam to hole to moi age de koi dise apni kan sailobi aro itu laga bosti de itu sot July dise makan itu paise aro June 6, 1955 de Mrs. Bolon and the girl Chunli Shilola and Sonling were bred by a whole company of troops on the Noklat Road near Chinmai in Free Nagaland. Early June 6, 1955, the Mrs. Bolon aruta laga bacha Maki Khan 3 জন idu kan sob bred kori dise. Idu army kan troops ke man thake idu kan sob logine takange rape koreise makan idu paise. Aru July 3, 1955, Indian Army official lead a force against Chuchuyalan. Among those beaten was a man, a woman of 40 in a 9 months of pregnancy. Mrs. Chubasanla, who failed to get up, was pulled out of bed and battered all over with boots and rifle butts until she died. A protest to the Indian authorities about this incident was of no avail. Indian Army kanto arobi ahikine itu Chuchulan itu lambosti arobi attack korise. Naga huine makikan durigine mari taka 40 June durigine mari taka tate ekta maki 9 months pregnant taka bacha bukina taka tate bi thakise itu manu bi thakise taka laga nam to hole to Chubasanla na hoise take mari gine ta uthibole na para hoise itu pichete rifle laga bots khan aru taka laga boots khan logine take namure tat mari gine taka itu bi paise ru itu laga incident hoy nimite manu kan to iti protest korise hole bi eko pa nai naga paise magan aru August 18, 1955 te 2 girls from Chari village Lemzuntila 18 and Thompan Naru 15 were found on the way by an Indian Army a detachment who took them to a nearby bungalow and all raped them. There were 158 in the detachment. Aru August 18, 1955 te Dutta Maki Jari village te taijula nam to hole to Lemzutemla aru Thompannaru inaga ase taijunke rasta te paigine duri logine eta gorbara loi jaigine taijunke rape kori dise edu South Army thaka 138 detachment takan sotbi edu maki dujunke rape korise inaga khobor paise nang mugan itu naga history kam puri gina hatamte bishi mondu pese mokan puri bola napare laga situation mokan etu paise mokan laga sister kage ekdom dup ho laga takan sapnap tebi nappa laga takan face ho laga mokan paise poila manu naga nimite freedom nimite life dinen thaka nakala khau dia khan mokan itu khan nimite mokan itibi khara kuri kena ase itu kan laga dup mokan itu kan napa horubo lage itu kan laga dup tu mokan janibo lage hoigina moi aji itu koi ase mokan naga history pura tamde itu kan laga bishi ase make kan ge torture kura make kan lagote biya kam kuri dia itu kan bishi pai gina ase poila india army kan naga manu kan ge torture kura tamde itu bra moi itu kan naga manu kan ge jonai di bole bishi manu bi itu kan na jani na thake itu bra na jania bra moi itu kan olop naga manu kan ge koi di bole moi itu koi di ase video bi olop lamba hoise kila mane itu history ko bra holebi apuni kan morom bra last tak sai dibi hogine moi itu jonai ase komba manu jani thaki je bolo to on kan na sale bi hoi jabo holebi jani wala mon thaka itu kan to skip na korine last tak sai dibi hogine moi itu jonai ase thank you god bless Nagaland